coach at Parkmore. So this morning, Nicole is going to give us some presentation about different things about the library. And a lot of the things that she's talking about fit with what we talked about last week, because she's going to talk about the culture pass that the library has. And then later on this week, when we talk about supporting your child's reading at home, she's also speaking about how the Reading Buddies works at the library. So I think that fits in well with some of the things that we have talked about and we will be talking about. And then we also are going to take a tour of the children's section. So, and then last thing, she's going to hit on some things for middle and high school, just in case you have children that are older. So, with that being said, hand over to Nicole.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Thanks for being
here. Nice to meet everybody. I'm the Youth Services Manager here. And yeah, I thought I'd give you all just kind of like a rundown of the programs that we're offering and different ways the library can be kind of a community resource also, in addition to like academic support for you and your family. So the big sheet that you all have is our summer reading challenge program calendar. This is all of the programs that we're doing throughout the summer. So this runs until July 30th. July 30th. And that includes story times for the little ones, and then our Reading Buddies program, which is one of our 2 major programs that we offer here at the library. And then as well as just some fun programs that we do throughout the week too. We've got animals and like magicians and music performances, that kind of
wow.
thing. So, yeah, we still want to make sure that, you know, we're keeping up with our reading throughout the summer, but then we also want to throw in some fun things too, because it is summer and we should have fun. So I have fun. Okay. And then for the fall, our program calendar will change to our fall programming. We'll still have the same story times, Reading Buddies. We'll add school help in the afternoon, after school. We also serve food too during the summer. We've got lunch and snack, and then during the school year we do snack in kind of like the early evening. So.
What time does your snack begin?
So during the summer it is at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And then, or 3:30, excuse me.
Thank you.
Lunch is from 12 to 1, and then snack is from 3:30 to 4 during the summer. And then during the school year, snack will probably be around maybe 4 o'clock. We'll do snack. So, and that's funded and provided by Children's Hunger Alliance also.
Thank you.
Everything that they get is going to be like a well-rounded meal that has all the components and everything. So.
I see cooking corner.
Yes.
So that someone actually shows them how to cook.
So that is a new hybrid program that we're calling them. We're trying that out for the summer, and it is a partnership with some of the local restaurants, especially around here. So Orio's Kitchen, Momogar, and El Arapazo. We've partnered with them to do a program, and so it's hybrid in the sense that they've pre-recorded a video for us, and so it's like a cooking segment, but then they're delivering food like live in the moment that kids can like either snack on while they're doing kind of like a demonstration to go along with the video. So that's why it's like it's hybrid.
And then really quickly, what is Rainfish?
Rainfish, is that Elaine Ford's? Oh no, that was with the Franklin County Wildlife, I forget what the FSWCD stands for, but it was, it has to do with it's their like agricultural kind of nature wildlife outreach. And so they came by and they did crafts with the kids using completely recycled materials, and they paired that with the story Rainfish. And so the kids made fish out of completely just like cereal boxes and straws and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, that those 3 cooking programs are something that we're trying new this year. We were really excited to try that because we wanted to bring, you know, like the community in and do more cultural things and stuff like that. So we're excited how that's been turning out really well. So yeah, that's what we've got going on for the summer. The Reading Buddies program, I kind of wanted to dive deeper into because that is one of the main two important programs that the library offers. We started Reading Buddies, oh my gosh, when was that, 2014-ish? And we started that program back when the test results showed that kids were, like 52% of them were only ready to move on to 4th grade from 3rd grade. And so we started Reading Buddies as a program for kids to get consistent after school help and reading practice, one-on-one reading practice. So we've been doing that for a while, and it's become one of our main programs that we do. So kids can come in, they'll get a 15-minute one-on-one reading session with a staff member or a volunteer. And our volunteers are people who just want to help out, who want to spend time with kids, OSU students who need volunteer hours. We've even got retired educators too that still want to work with kids, but they just have some free time, they want to give back. So we've got a really great group of volunteers who help us with that, and they're trained in helping kids kindergarten through 3rd grade just practice reading. And so we focus on, you'll see these 3 sheets here. We focus on letter identification and recognition. We focus on decoding, and then we also focus on comprehension in the Reading Buddies session. And then those are some of the main elements of just learning to read. You need to know your letters and recognize those, and that builds into learning your sight words, and also gives you the skills to sound out vocabulary words. The volunteers are also trained in showing kids how to pick up context clues from the pictures in the books, and that kind of thing. So it's a really good session for the kids. And then we also try to work comprehension into the sessions just by talking back and forth about what happened, or trying to relate what happened in the story to maybe something that went on in their life, just so that they're thinking deeper about the text that they read. And so those are some tips on this sheet that you all can use too at home. They're actually bookmarks, but we ran out of bookmarks. I didn't have time to order more. But these are some comprehension questions that you can ask your kids if they're reading at home. These are really easy questions you can use them with any kind of text that they're reading. They'll apply to any book. Who are the characters, the setting, predicting what might happen next. That's a big skill that kids should be practicing. And then the other bookmark is about like the type of text, the book that you choose for your kids. This sheet right here explains the leveling system that we use here at the library. So we've got a selection of books, and I'll show you all that when we go into the kids area. We've got a selection of books that we've leveled according to reading level, and we use the guided reading level system, which I think is what you all use in the schools too, right? Is the Fontes and Pinnell.
They transitioned to Alexa level.
Oh, okay. Did that just happen recently? Main structural things for the reading levels, and that'll go from reading level A through L. And I can show you quick examples really quickly, just so you can see how kind of like the transition goes. So like a level A book will focus on, one sight word, 1 or 2 sight words, and that'll repeat over and over again throughout the book. I like my, that'll keep going. And then the one word that's different, they'll usually be able to pick up according to the photo, the picture, right? And then if we make a jump to, let's try level see, how it'll build. So it's still short sentences, right? But it starts to introduce kind of like non-sight words, right? Like dig, and then it'll kind of throw in some variation. I see a crab, I see stars. So you can see that it's starting to introduce new reading to the kids. That I go up, those are new words. But still familiar words to the kids. Then let's make a big jump to like level F. So this is jumping quite a few levels. You can see that the words are still pretty short, but there's definitely more words on the page, longer sentences, a little bit of dialogue, a little bit of plot is starting to be introduced at this level. And so kind of around this time, that's when more of the comprehension questions can come in also, because kids are working up from that foundation of just being able to read the words on the page, the familiar words, the sight words, to being able to understand plot and dialogue and factor that into their reading. So it's a big jump going to level F. I'll show you then what level I looks like. So level I, it's almost like you're reading a mini chapter book already, right? There's paragraphs, all kinds of dialogue. It's very plot heavy, very narrative heavy. And then you'll get into first chapter books, which are a whole other section of the children's area that we have. And the first chapter books, you can see they really are like chapter books. They're just shorter, and they're also in series that have like 30 to 40 titles in each of the series. And because when kids get to this point, they are reading now for like what they like to read, what they're interested in. And so the idea is once your kid gets hooked on Owl Diaries, they'll have like 40 books to read of Owl Diaries. And then after this, we get into regular chapter books. Chapter books, graphic novels are really popular right now. And there's a really good selection of graphic novels that are available for the kids to read. I know some parents are a little apprehensive about that because they think that, it's just like comic books and there's not like real reading in there, but there is. There's a lot of plot and narrative and dialogue and character development and vocabulary words too. So.
Graphic novels, are you saying like Diary of a Wimpy Kid type books?
So Diary of a Wimpy Kid is technically a chapter book, but it does have kind of that graphic novel feel in it. So graphic novels, at least here, are like Dogman. I'm trying to think what else is popular. There's a series called Amulet that's really popular, Wings of Fire, and it's like that comic strip where it's all like animation and speech bubbles and that kind of thing. So all culture passes, and those are essentially just free tickets to any of these places around Columbus. So you can get tickets to the Conservatory, the Wexner Art Museum, Ohio Village, the Veterans Museum, the Zoo, the Museum of Art, and the most recent one that we just added on was Sunday Clipper Games too. Free tickets. Okay. So you just have to stop at one of the libraries that's listed. Not every branch has every ticket, if that makes sense. The tickets are kind of distributed based on what institution is near the branch. So like for the Conservatory, we don't have that here. You'd have to go to one of the branches that's near the Conservatory in Franklin Park. So Driving Park, MLK, or Shepherd Branch has the Conservatory tickets. But there are some tickets that every branch has, like the Zoo. So yeah, that's just another way to kind of utilize the library as like your community resource and space. We've got meeting rooms here, so if you are ever needing to meet with a group, or do a small meeting also, like one-on-one, we've got study rooms upstairs, conference rooms, these meeting spaces. There's a kitchenette that connects to this, so you know, if you have a group that needs to do something with food, come by and use our rooms. I wanted to hop onto the website to show you all where to kind of access all this information, but
Alright, so we're going on a tour. Thank you.
we've got our Summer Reading Challenge headquarters here, so the volunteers work out of this space. So sign up for Summer Reading Challenge here, collect your prizes here. This is kind of like the central place for that. And then our kids area over here. So all of the kids' books are down here, fiction and nonfiction, and we've got a couple different zones for kind of like the different age groups and reading levels. These books that are here in these bins are good for kind of like quick browsing. We've got the the subject matter here. And so we also put out books for the alphabet, colors, shapes, and numbers, which is a really popular set of subjects that parents and caregivers want, as well as just some like special interest things over here too. This is a new kind of book that we recently purchased. They're read-along books, and so they're copies of some of the most popular picture books, but they also have this element built in where it'll read aloud to you. And we've got them in different languages too, so also if you want to learn another language, these are really cool. We've got those here. Yeah, they're really fun.
I know, and that's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was little, I didn't see anybody look like me on a book. It was Dick and Jane.
Yeah, and that's really important that we try to make sure that we've got a variety of books on display for kids who have all different kinds of identities.
Sure.
And so yeah.
Where's Alice and Jerry and Chip and all them book here? All them songs.
And then these books over here are those books that we use for reading buddies. I mentioned they, we're level, so they've got those stickers on the spine right here.
Right. Okay.
Starting with level A, goes all the way through. We go up to L. Sometimes there's N. And so your kindergarten through 3rd grade, kids are going to be looking at these books here to help them practice reading, learn to read and practice reading. So once they've made their way through the readers here, they jump over to the first chapter books. Those were the books that I was talking about where there's like 30 to 40 of each, and kids are just plowing through them at that point. So we've got all those over there, and then I'll show you the chapter books over here. These are people from Parkmore Academy.
Hi, how are
Ashley
you?
and Emily. Actually, Emily runs our school help center. I was talking about that, and Ashley's our team person, so she does all kinds of team programming and all that. So
Good.
yeah.
Very good.
Well, welcome.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Nice to meet you too.
But they haven't done the bike giveaway yet. It's at the end of the summer, right?
That's at the end of the summer, right? And
I was trying, but I didn't able to get it.
yeah, so it is a raffle, but it is by location. So it's not like you're competing with all of the kids in Central Ohio. If you it's whatever branch you registered at. So, and we've got 2 bikes to give away, and we'll do that at the end of the summer. You get 1 raffle entry for completing the program, but then if you do the side missions, which are listed on the Summer Reading Challenge website, you get more raffle entries for doing the side
And they're all
missions,
getting
so.
signed up tomorrow. David Alexander from here is coming to the school
Yes.
on tomorrow and signing all the students up.
Yes.
Yep, he'll be there tomorrow at 10.
Yes. Yeah. So these are all the chapter books that we have here. That's the first half, and then we've got a big selection of graphic novels, and then our nonfiction starts over here. And then we've got back here biographies. Yeah, so when it comes time for projects,
essays, reports, stuff like that.
and we usually can get a sense of when that's going on because kids will start asking, and so we'll start putting more on display and making sure we have enough and doing all that. So that is a good question. Kids who are 7 and older can technically be by themselves here at the library. They do have to be able to kind of like take care of themselves and watch over themselves, and you know, it'd be good if they knew phone numbers to call home, because we've got a phone here that kids can use to call for anything if they need to. Kids who are under 7 need to be here with someone who is 10 and older to watch them. So, yeah, good question though. Before we go upstairs to the teen area, I'll show you the school help center.
Okay.
Before we go upstairs, I wanted to show you all the school help center. So we've got it set up right now because this is where we serve summer lunch. But during the school year, you can see tons of table space to work on anything they need to work on. You know, whiteboards, computers. This is kind of like the supply area. We've got encyclopedias and reference books for them to use, but you know, as you can see, a huge space for kids to come in, do their work after school. So yeah, yeah. And a lot of the kids will, you know, come here, do their work, go to the kids area after, or go to the teen area after, come back in, say hi. So it is like an academic thing, but it's also, they kind of form their own like little communities.
So this is where they would come to get help, but the actual teen center where they hang out is
upstairs. If anybody needs an elevator, there's an elevator across over there. So the space is over here.
Excuse me.
So we've got all kinds of things going on here for the teens. Our teen fiction is up here, as well as most of our teen nonfiction, and that can range from titles that are like poetry, sports, that kind of thing, but also college readiness, test prep, subjects, like handbooks, that kind of thing. Scholarship books, how to apply for college, all that kind of stuff is up here, yeah. And then they've got tons of seating. As you can see, this is where our Xbox is, over here. They can play during the summer. We have it open all day because the kids are out of school. Then during the school year, it'll be like after school. So. And then this is the media space that I was talking about. Ty is here in the afternoons, but you know, he gets all the equipment ready. This is that green screen that they can film. And then y'all can peek into the closet to see. Like we got
a lot of
cameras
equipment
and keyboards and a bunch of iPads to use and
Oh wow.
and all that.
Yeah, good job.
There's a lot of stuff in there for me to use. I love the light fixtures. I'm into light fixtures. I'm all into the furniture, like, yeah. Looking at the chairs.
Also, if they want to, you know, stitch together some videos from